but I'll try to keep it to you. Can you talk a little bit about, have you seen a reduction in costs, and at the same time can you talk about the growth numbers for the company? And I guess my second part of the question would be, does the company advocate for some sort of carbon legislation? Does it work within the larger corporate community to advocate for national legislation?
Sure. So I don't have a bottom line number for you on what our savings have been and how that relates to cost and how we normally discount investments we make. Unfortunately, I don't have that number because so much was happening before I even came in. But we have certainly seen savings that have won me bigger projects, like that solar array in California had a 20-year payback, and I got our CFO to say yes to it after demonstrating we would get marketing value out of it. And then our energy prices rose over 70% in California in the first year, which made my payback great. So, I've had some lucky ones like that have worked out. But with each small win we've gotten, I've gotten, not just me, but other people in the company have gotten more permission to do projects that require more of a leap of faith. And so we know that they're delivering business value by things like media impressions, by the opportunities we're getting to speak in front of groups, by the opportunities our CEO has for connecting with world leaders, and through our market research of our consumers, we see things like a doubling of purchase intent when consumers know about the environmental initiatives we already have in place. And it's very interesting to see how they register on things that are out there in the future for us, like Cradle to Cradle. So we can kind of anecdotally demonstrate business value around all these initiatives, but I don't have that bottom line number. Our company has struggled in the last year financially in a really tough way. We've had a lot of change this last year, and what I'm so proud to stand here and say is CSR got notched up. While everybody else's budgets were getting cut, ours was notched up. Our initiatives went up. Our CEO made it clear to the company that this is what gets us through the tough times. And we almost lost our business in 1995. I mean, we were done. Like, the doors were about to be locked, and we got bailed out. And we didn't get bailed out by another company. We bailed ourselves out last minute. We really rallied as a company and sent enough strong signals out there that people were willing to lend us money and get our feet back on track, ourselves back on track. And Jeff credits the fact that he increased community service hours during that time to keep people staying on board. And so yeah, he'll always go back to whenever we get challenged by shareholders, and he was a couple of years ago when we saw the first signs that we were losing some of our boot business because of fashion trends and warm winters, sadly. One of our shareholders got on our financial call and said, so when are you going to give up this community service crap? And to Jeff's credit, he said, I challenge your proposition, and we won't give up on this crap. This is what saved the company in the past. This is what's going to continue to save the company, and I agree with him on that. So our CSR initiatives have gone up despite a tough business year, and we're coming out, which is awesome. And to answer your last question, what are we doing around advocacy? The Climate Group is an organization we're quite involved with. In fact, Jeff is on the board of it. They're an international organization that works with businesses and governments to fight the global warming crisis. And so Jeff has sent letters personally to the G8 advocating that global warming be a priority at the G8 summits. And I have testified in front of Congress arguing for cap and trade legislation, a limit on carbon emissions. So I think where we've been challenged is to find the right organization to align with. There's so many groups asking us right now, sign this, sign that. I can't even possibly evaluate all of them right now. So I think where we'll probably move to is more of a business alliance, like-minded companies. And we know we share similar values, advocating for a cap on carbon emissions. And some standardization around carbon offset language, please.
Thank you so much.